welcome to my channel. My next request is Bright Eyes, and the song is At the Bottom of Everything. This was requested by Patrick on the 5th of March of 2025, and he wrote, "Very curious to hear your thoughts." Well, you're about to get them. Got my curiosity up, though, so I'm looking forward to this. Before we get into it, though, I got to thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the amazing growth of my channel. Just thank you. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist, so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia, if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. I don't put the link to the reaction request form, though, because I'm not currently accepting new requests. I've got over 2,800 in my queue. I've got to take care of those. But I'll live stream for 3 hours on Sunday at 3 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 3 p.m. UTC and you put a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. I also live stream for 1 hour on Fridays at 1 a.m. UTC. That's on YouTube. And the title of that is God Talks. That's where we can talk about the Bible and Christian living and walking in the Spirit and answer questions and take prayers and that sort of thing. So if you're interested in that, it's 1 a.m. UTC on, I was going to say Rumble, not Rumble, on YouTube. Okay. So this is Bright Eyes, At the Bottom of Everything.
So there was this woman, and she was on an airplane, and she was flying to meet her fiance, sailing high above the largest ocean on planet Earth, and she was seated next to this man who, you know, she had tried to start conversations, and the only thing she'd heard him say was just to order his Bloody Mary, and she was sitting there and she was reading this really arduous magazine article about a third world country that she couldn't even pronounce the name of, and she's feeling very bored and very despondent, and then suddenly there was this huge mechanical failure, and one of the engines gave out, and they started just falling in 30,000 feet. The pilot's on the microphone, and he's saying, I'm sorry, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing, and she looks at the man, and she says, "Where are we going?" And he looks at her, and he says, "We're going to a party. It's a birthday party. It's your birthday party. Happy birthday, darling. We love you very, 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 very much." And then he starts humming this little tune, and it kind of goes like this. It's kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Talk in every telephone, get eaten off the web. Must rip out all the epilogues from the books that we have read. Into the face of every criminal strapped firmly to a chair. We must stare, we must stare, we must stare. We must take all of the medicines, too expensive now to sell. Set fire to the preacher who is promising us hell. Into the ear of every anarchist that sleeps but doesn't dream. We must sing, we must sing, we must sing. And it'll go like this, alright. While my mother waters plants, my father loads his gun. He says death will give us back to God, just like the setting sun is returned to the lonesome ocean. into the deep blue sea. Oh, it was a wonderful splash. We must blend into the choir, sing a static with the whole. Must memorize 9 numbers and deny we have a soul. Into this endless race for property and privilege to be won, we must run, we must run, we must run. We must hang up in the belfry where the bats and moonlight laugh. We must stare into a crystal ball and only see the past. Into the caverns of tomorrow with just our flashlights and our love. We must plunge, we must plunge, we must plunge. And then we'll get down there, way down to the very bottom of everything. And then we'll see it, oh we'll see it, we'll see it, we'll see it. Oh my morning's coming back. The whole world's waking up. All the city buses swimming past. I'm happy just because I found out I'm really no one.
Well, that was interesting. That was unexpected. That was strange. That was like folk music. And I'm not sure what the point of it was. It was like, you could see all the people in the plane. They were basically doing whatever it is they wanted to do right before they died, whatever thing it was that they wanted to complete or fulfill or experience, which is, I have never been there, obviously, but I think that's probably what people would do in a situation like that. Is when you have lost all hope, you just try to make the last few minutes of your life something worth living, I guess. I did think about, I recently watched a video of a guy who was in a motorcycle crash where he ran into a herd of deer, and he was basically destroyed. He had, I think he said something like 274 breaks in his skull. His eye socket was destroyed. His ear was, what do you call that? Tympanic. No, that's whatever it is. The bone in your ear was broken. His lungs were pierced. The doctors looked at his charts and said, "You should be dead." But he wasn't, and now he's healing. He's not completely healed, but he's healing, and he shows no sign of the destruction that happened. So, I mean, it's possible you could be in a plane crash like that and survive, because God will do that for you. He'll keep you alive, and he'll protect you from harm. You may not, you could be in a lot of pain like he was, but you could survive and be a miracle. And so there's that to think about. Another thing I think people do in a situation like that, again, I haven't been through it, so I don't know, but I'm assuming that, they say that your life would flash before your eyes and you would see all the things that you wished you had done better. And wouldn't it be nice if we could do that without being in peril, and be at a point in our lives where we could look at the things that we do and say and find a way to do them better and say them better. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That was a thought-provoking song, obviously. But it was kind of an interesting, the way that it was done, it was really kind of folk music kind of song. So, and telling a story. And we never did find out what happened to the girl, though. I guess she's gone. Anyway, that was an interesting request. Thank you for that. The bottom of everything. Before we move on to the next one, I do want to pray for you that God will keep you healthy, and that if you're ever in a situation like that, He'll deliver you, and He can do that. So never lose hope. And I pray that God will deliver you from any situation like that, and that He'll do that for every single person that you love as well. This is the Vietnam era vet out.